All right. Hopefully this rain isn't going to come through too loud. Shut. We'll see if people jump on. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this. All right, guys, I'm just getting myself set up here. I'll be chatting in a second. If you do jump in, then say hello. Hello, hello. All right. Okay, from what I can see, my camera looks horrible. Does it look horrible on you guys? It looks horrible to me. Oh no, I'm going live the same time as Chrome. I didn't mean to. Well, it's not like we communicate with each other. I don't like conflicting with Chrome. Oh, it sucks. Well, hello to everybody who's here. I'm sorry if I'm making you choose between me and Chrome, as I know we have some overlapping audience. Lumina, thank you. I hope I $5 super chat. It's also freaking loud in here because of the rain. I love my headphones. All right, so it doesn't look that great in the box truck, mostly because I'm using a USB light, because that's the only lighting I have in here right now. uh, I guess I could plug in this lamp, but I don't know that it's gonna make things any better. I do have a corded lamp that I can use with the Jackery. I was like, what's that thing called? The Jackery. Power back here is actually running to my only solar panel, which is on the roof, because I'm not keeping the panels that are on the van. Echoing myself, so I'm going to take my headphones down. My only solar panel is a 100-watt flexible cheap panel that's running from the roof through here and plugged into my Jackery. And right now, I am living out of the box van just like this. um, How am I going to be able? I'm not going to be able to read comments if I take my glasses off. So I'm sorry for the super crappy conditions right now. um, I'm trying to scroll through some of the messages right now. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm trying to see if there's anything I need to respond to before I jump into everything I want to say. Right, so I might go back to comments just because if anybody watches play later, I just want them to have the information. So I don't want to play that whole game where you like hold on to the information until later and all that other stuff. Not that it's important information, except to in the tale of how I even ended up with this box truck. So I definitely did not have the money for a box truck without selling the van. Well, I had some money, but basically everything I looked at was crap. Like everything I could have afforded with what I already had in the bank was a total piece of crap, for lack of a better word. Um, as for the van not selling yet, it also hasn't been posted for sale for almost 2 weeks at this point, just because I needed a break. And also, I needed to reevaluate after I had that hotel stay. Because I was like, I do not want to go through this again. I don't want to go through like wasting money again, thinking that the van is sold. And so the first thing I was going to try to do is put almost everything in storage. But living out of a storage unit sucks. Like storing stuff in storage and being able to leave it there and get it later and know it's not important to you at the moment, not so bad. Trying to half live out of a storage unit so that you can keep the van clear of stuff just freaking sucks. And I'd already had somebody talking to me about hanging around the storage unit too long and being like, we don't let people live in the storage unit. We have to be sure that you're just storing stuff here. So I definitely didn't want to push it, storage unit. And I was like, if I'm going to make this switch, I need to figure out how to get the box truck while I still have the van. Like, it's just not going to work any other way because I need to be able to bring the van down to a blank slate. Well, then something I couldn't have predicted happened. One of the women who came to see the van, and she liked the van, but ultimately decided it wasn't for her. But she got to talking while she was looking at the van. She found out I was on YouTube. She checked out my YouTube channel. And then she offered to help me buy a box truck so that I could have it while I was selling the van, and then I could just pay her back. So it's still a huge priority to sell the van because I need to pay her back for helping me buy the box truck. And if she had not come along, I would not have this box truck. So that's basically how it happened. So while posting my van for sale didn't result in me selling the van, did result in me making a connection with someone who decided they wanted to help me. And like, I can't enough. I mean, for trusting me just to pay her back, even on the simplest level, because like this is literally a personal loan, for lack of a better word. But I do need to sell the van so that I can pay her back for helping me make this transition. So that's still a huge priority. Honestly, it's more of a priority than building out the box truck. I am currently living in this box truck exactly as it is. I'm sleeping on the floor in a sleeping bag. I have a litter box set up for, like, we are in here. Our stuff is in here, which also allows me to eliminate the storage unit, which was an expense. I mean, it was an expense having the storage unit and not knowing how long I was going to need to have it. It's not quite closed out yet. I have a couple of things I need to get out of there, and then I'll be done. Close out the storage unit. That money's going back in my pocket and not out the door. So that's basically how it happened. Somebody who came to see the van didn't buy the van, but was like, I'll help you out. And I ended up with a box truck. Now, I had somebody ask if this was the box truck I was talking about before, namely the one that I was. It is not. It is a completely different box truck. That box truck didn't have a lift gate. This box truck has a lift gate. They are about the same size, and they both have the same box. But the other box truck that I really wanted and couldn't afford, that one was a GMC, and this one is a Ford. And after seeing that one, I was almost exclusively looking for GMCs. I was looking for pretty much the exact same thing that I lost. Well, I say I lost it. Like, I never had it. I couldn't afford to buy it. So I was pretty much looking for the same thing that I lost. And so I was looking a lot at GMC box trucks because I really liked that one. And as you can see, that meant changing my mind about having like the attic. But when I looked at the box, I was like, I can still have a platform bed, which is still my idea, and still kind of have the layout I'm looking for, even if I don't have that mom's attic. And so I ended up with this guy. This guy is an ex-Sears truck, and currently, or not currently, before I bought him, he was being used by an appliance place. So that's his history before, or her history. I've been calling her her. Now I'm changing her gender. She's gender neutral. Before I got the box. So yeah, that's the story of how I got the box truck. I'm going to take a quick glance through the comments stuff because I just wanted to go ahead and get all that out. What, Paul? Jelena's live also? Is this just like a live moment? I just saw that your comment, Paul. Everybody's going live. All right, I'm looking through the comments to see if there's any questions I want to respond to before I continue talking. I saw a question from Computer Chick Productions about did I sell the van? I did not sell the van. I'm still trying to sell the van so I can pay back the woman who helped me buy this box truck or box van. I'm dancing between terms because on the title, this is a van. It's a Ford Econoline 350 van. It's so big, it feels weird not calling it a truck. So I guess it is a box van. It's also a box truck. I don't know. D Huffman, I didn't really change my name. I just thought it was funny if I put the Dawn of Box Van Life on the screen because I thought it was funny. I'm not going to change my channel. Nate from Element Van Life got his Nissan. He still kept the name Element Van Life. And now he has a completely different vehicle. And he's still Element Van Life. I mean, that's just the channel name. I'm not going to change it. And like I said, technically I am still in a van. Like on the title, it says van. Not and speaking of titles, not that the DMV cares. So I was kind of naive, I think, about the whole DMV and insurance process. I did have to get commercial insurance, which does cost more than regular insurance. And the DMV will always have this listed as a commercial vehicle unless I transition to an RV. There is no middle place where it can be a private vehicle. It's either going to, because of its size, it's always going to be commercial or an RV. I can turn it into an RV, but until it's an RV, until I can go down to the DMV and make it an RV, it has to stay a commercial class vehicle, and it is insured to me as a commercial vehicle for my YouTube business because that was the only way I could get it insured. I would say if anybody else is thinking about a box truck, it is something you don't want to enter into lightly, but I honestly have no regrets. At the end of the day, I don't pay rent. And even with the insurance, I own this box truck. I don't have any payments on it. And it's still cheaper than rent in the Bay Area, and I can drive it. So yes, there's going to be some extra expenses taken on, but comparison to like trying to live in the Bay Area, also own a vehicle, have insurance on like wherever you live and vehicle, and all the expenses involved in that, I still consider it a win, even with the increased expenses. And that question just popped off. Is my box van gas or diesel? It's gas. It's a gas vehicle. Susan asks, won't it be harder to park and how will you stay cool in the truck in the summer? Well, hopefully, by that point, I'll be a little more built out. One of my highest priorities is to get roof vents in here. Um, I also live in Northern California, and while it gets warm, it's not Southern California. So I've been hot, I've been comfortable, but I've never baked. And this van is big enough that I could get like literally a box fan, which is pretty darn powerful, and sit it in here. But hopefully by that point, I will have at least gotten the roof vents installed and a couple of windows, maybe, which will allow me to fans more effectively. So yeah, as far as it being harder to park, it goes with getting a bigger vehicle. It's not something I'm worried about. It fits in one parking spot, and I was uncomfortable going on tight streets in the van. Like once I got out of the minivan and I was in the van, sometimes even if I thought I could fit, I would drive around the block 3 times looking for somewhere where I could just pull in. Like I did not mess around with parallel parking in tight spots in a full size van. So it's just like the next stage of that. Like it's not like I'm going from a compact car to the box truck. I'm going from a full size van to the box truck. And when you're just talking about width and not height, yes, there are some additional factors, but it's not as big of a. I do have to be aware of like height restrictions though now, but that's the part of the decision to try to get something that allows you to stand up. Uh, Keeping up with Meso says, if you need help with constructions, I can help you, Dawn. Berkeley. The thing is, I need money for construction, and right now I am broke. After getting the vehicle, after getting it insured, I don't have any money to do anything else right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna be living in the box truck like this while I build up some funds. It's not that big a deal to me. I always knew that would be the case. Like that would be a part of the transition. Is I would just have to wait, and I am. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah. If I have to wait to really build this out till I have some money, I have to wait. I have the box truck. It's insured. It's registered to me. All I have to do now is sell the van, repay the debt I now have to help me buy the box truck, and save money, save money, save money. But there is going to be no quick build here. My highest priorities is getting roof vents, maybe getting some windows, but it's a semi. If I get the roof vents, I'm not going to worry about the. And what was in my head? It was something in my head. It went away. I don't know. But that's my biggest priority is just getting some more ventilation in here. It's not too bad right now. By the way, my box truck came with, I don't know if I can show you guys. So you see that? That is a sliding door. So I already had a pass through. I didn't have to cut it. It was already there. It opens and closes into the cab. So that part was done. So that was another good thing about this box truck is it already had a pass through. All I need to do is create some more ventilation and bring some power in. Oh, that's my other priority. I do want to get some more solar on the roof because that one little 100-watt panel, it's fine, but I would really like to double that at least. So if I can get me another solar panel on the roof and parallel them, that would really help out a lot because I do worry about overcast day or bad weather, the enough solar coming in from that one panel to keep the Jackery charged. And Jackery's keeping my fridge on right now. By the way, I'm sitting on the ice cold fridge. It's hard to do because you guys are on a laptop, but yeah, I'm sitting on the ice cold fridge. Sorry, I'm straightening myself out here. Whew, that was fun. Okay. So yeah, those are my two biggest priorities is ventilation and a couple more solar panels. After that, it's insulation. So yeah, I do want to insulate the whole box truck. And I think if I can get that far, that's going to take care of a lot of control issues. Um, so yeah, those are my high priority items. As far as like things I want, like my platform bed and building out my kitchen area, like that'll just come. I have a camp stove, I can cook, I have a fridge, I can refrigerate my food. I'm sleeping on the floor on a sleeping bag. And all that stuff works. But I would like more insulation in here. I'd like more ventilation in here. Right now, I leave the pass through door cracked a little bit, and then I leave the windows cracked a little bit. Oh, and I'm gonna get some rain guards for the front window, obviously to help mask. I feel like that's the thing I get for every vehicle I have. I got it for the minivan and installed them. I got it for um the Chevy van and installed them. So now I have a set coming for this van, and I'm going to install those so that I have the rain guards. I can have that little crack in the window. It'll be a little bit more masked, and I just leave that front passway cracked a little bit, so that there is some airflow and we're just not like locked in a box, as it were. Oh my God, Drew, I'm missing all these super chats. I just looked up. I'm so sorry, guys. I suck. I'm horrible. Shoot. Whoop, whoop. I'm doing a quick scan, guys. It's like, oh my gosh, I have super chats. One of them. Rocco. Oh, thank you for the $25 super chat. And you're Team Ford. I'm now Team Ford. um, Liz, thank you for the $10 super chat. And yes, so true. Like God just have a way of working things at his time. And I sort of move forward with what I think is the right next step for me and work through it. And thank you for the adorable sticker and the $10 super chat. Georgia Peach, thank you for the $50 super chat. I'm glad I found my new home too. Thank you for the $10 super chat and the congrats on my new home. Julie, thank you for the $19.99 super chat. All right. I think I caught up with all the super chats, I think. um Jen asked me if Mickey likes the box truck. He's getting used to it. I think he's still confused as to why we're over here, but he's getting used to it. Yeah, he's getting used to it. It's more of an adjustment for him. I mean, he could stand up in our other van. Like he could stand up in it. He could run circles around it. So as one of my Patreon said, it wasn't as big of a deal for him. Patreon and YouTube memberships have actually known about the box truck since like last week. So we've been talking about it over there. Um, some of these I think I answered already. Kelly B wants the deets on the engine mileage and year, please. I posted all that in the community page, but it's basically a 2002 Ford Econoline E350. E8, I think. Um, I keep seeing the gas or diesel come up. It's a gas van, box, truck, van. It's gas. Um, I think I'm gonna pop over to YouTube and just do it that way because I'm losing. I'm losing. I'm trying to find questions and answer them. Mirror V, I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. um, Granny Peacock says so much room for solar up there. Yeah, I could put a crap ton of solar if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm gonna put. I don't think I need a crap ton. I just would like to have about twice as much as I have up there, if not three times. Like about three, probably. I think I'd be fine. Blah blah blah. Six Springs 3 said make a Home Depot wish list. Can you make a wish list at Home Depot? Because that's what I need. Everything I need is at Home Depot. Where is Nikki? He is right now climbing things. He's climbing all the bins I have in here. I don't know if I can get him on camera. He just jumped down. Nikki, Nikki, come here. Come here, bud. He want to see you. Where'd he go? Lost it. He's so mad at me right now. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. G. Huffman, thank you for being on the thumbs up reminders. Yes, if you can take some time to give this video a thumbs up, one of the easiest way for me to make more money is to have enough YouTube views for a good month. Um, Drayton, that pronounced your name correctly. I'm so sorry. You go, girl. Congrats on your new home. Thank you very much. Um, Bus, I just saw your comment. Gus says, I love my bus, but I might have bought a box truck if I had the extra funds. Mickey, you all right? I think the rain is freaking him out. Don't break things, Mickey. For all the people who just popped in, I did not sell my van. I need to sell my van because I need to pay back the woman who helped me buy the box truck. And she was basically like, and then when you sell your van, just pay me back. So I need to sell the van to pay her back. As of right now, I still have both vehicles, and it's a pain in the butt. It's not that I want to like unload the van because of any negative feelings. It's just that right now I'm honestly on the same area, and I try to park the vehicles within walking distance of each other, and then I'll park them beside each other at night. And it's kind of a pain in the butt where I can just park it and leave it. I did repost for sale. Like I said, it has not been posted for sale for most of the last 2 weeks. And so I just reposted it. It is empty except for the base stuff that I'm going to sell with it. It's having two. I had the same problem when I still had the minivan, and I got the full size van when I got the Chevy Express. It was just really hard playing the two vehicle shuffle. But also, so I'm not playing ring around the vehicles on the streets of Berkeley. It's not fun, and it means I can't go too far. Okay, so I took the box truck to a mechanic the same week I got it. Honestly, I went out to see it. Monster had already been sold. There was no way I was going to get that truck. And I went out to see it, and I just jumped on it because I've seen so many pieces of crap, and it drove well, and I jumped on it. And then I was later like, you should have had a mechanic check it first. Where it was so it was in Grass Valley, California, and I drove it. My friend drove me out to get it, and then I drove it back 3 hours. And then after that, that week, I had to take it to a mechanic. I did have to find a commercial mechanic because I was just too tall. The good thing about my box, the wheels. When your box sits a little bit lower and you have wheel wells, it also means you get to be shorter. And since my box is sitting completely on top of the, I have to verify with them that I can even fit, in their space, that they can work on a vehicle as tall as mine. So it's not even that afford, it's that I'm just really tall now. And mechanic was like, the engine is honestly great. Front tires, and now I have 6 tires, so that's something I have to plan for. All the tires replaced. He's like, the front tire, especially on the driver's side, is really worn on one side, and that's because there's a ball joint issue. When you get a used vehicle, there's always going to be some sort of expense fixed. But that's the only issue that came out with the mechanic. He was like, the engine's great. You just need to do something about this ball joint because it's going to wear out your tires early in the front. There's Mickey. Yeah, that came up. I forgot to talk about that. So I did take it to a mechanic. He said it was great otherwise. It's just that tire issue. And obviously tires aren't cheap on something this size. Um, in this live. Um, Mickey, uh, I am reading the comments. I'm just reading them slowly. They're going fast. Up with. All right. Let me see. I am going to. I am in a metal box. and I don't have my cell booster set up yet. That's the other thing I need to get on the roof for. But the last time I went on the roof, I had to rent a ladder because I need a new, taller ladder. My ladder will not reach the roof. All right. This is a terrible live stream. Like, my internet is spotty, my camera's spotty, my audio's spotty. Okay. So I'm seeing the question of how will I travel with two vans? I can't. That's why I'm trying to sell the other one. Also, I need the money from selling it to pay back the loan. Stone86 says, "Darn, are you crazy? That truck has no windows." LOL. It does so. It has a windshield right in the front. I don't know what you're talking about. But I do plan on putting some in the box. Dorothy X, if I am warm in here. I have the what do you call it? The buddy heater. I have the buddy heater. Liz says maybe consider an RV ladder and permanently attach it. I have been looking into that. I mean, there's one or two things I want to do, if not both. And that's either getting a ladder I can attach to the side, or get those hooks and hook a long ladder on the side. I just don't want anything I have to store inside the box. Jacqueline says, when will you start working on your box truck? I guess you just got here. I am broke. So when I have enough money to start working on the box truck, until then, I will be living in it like this. And I will be working on it while living in it. So, like, that's why actually all of my belongings, and I can't really tour it because I have you guys like on my laptop. So I can't really lift it up and turn it around. Um, Everything is in storage containers right now, and I plan to live out of those storage containers until I'm able to build the van the way I want. I think somebody was suggesting storing stuff in the van that I'm trying to sell. Actually, the entire point of getting the box van first was so I can have the van always ready to show. Because I think that was getting in the way of selling it, was my stuff was still in it. So I needed to move entirely out of it. And so if somebody wants to buy it, I'm ready to sign, get the money, and send them off with the van without my stuff in it. Victoria X, if I have my layout plan, I absolutely do. I can't really do too much with this laptop, but let me try to turn it around. Um, so there's my pass-through door. I want my bed. a platform bed right on top of that doorway. So when I come through the pass through, I will be passing under the bed. As you can see, there's just storage bins over there right now with all my stuff. I am planning on keeping my roll-up door. And about a foot in, maybe about where this divider is, about a foot in, I want to put in another wall that'll look like a house wall. And so when I'm camping, I'll leave the roll-up door up, and that inner wall will be what people can see. And basically from that wall in will be my house. But it'll allow me to sort of have like a micro porch or outside of that door when the roll-up door up. And I'm gonna have the kitchen against the wall on. It's gonna be like an L formation where I'm sitting around that inner wall that I want to build. And I want just some cat shelves, some ramps and stuff for Mickey just to kind of get around. Underneath the bed, I'll probably have like a litter area. And I definitely am planning on building my own composting toilet. I've been doing a lot of research about it. Honestly, doesn't look that hard. So I definitely want a composting toilet. I am going to have a sink just because I feel like there's enough room in here for a running water sink. So I am planning on adding that into my kitchen area. Also planning on having an oven, which I didn't have when I was in the van. So yeah, I got a lot of plans. Sophia, thank you for the $99.99 super sticker. And Adrian, thank you for the $5 and the congrats. I don't think I caught those before. Maybe I caught those before. I'm so confused. These chats are hard. I've been asked about the gas mileage. Um, from what I've read, I'm probably going to average 11 to 12 miles per gallon. But I haven't tested it. Like I haven't gone anywhere in it. I drove to Berkeley and I floated around the same parking lot, same neighborhood since then. I know it's going to be worse. That's called getting into a bigger vehicle. Like when I had the minivan, my life was running gun, and it was about running gun. It was about I could like up and move in a second and go anywhere. When I had the minivan, this is before I had the full size van. This is before I had the Chevy Express. And as I've done more camping, I'm realizing I don't really want the running gun. I want the ability to stay still for a long time and have a comfortable space while I'm staying still for a long time. Like I want to go somewhere and actually stay there for 2 weeks, So my priority isn't anymore like pick up and go, pick up and go, pick up and go. I still need to blend in the city when I need to, and that's the good thing about the box truck. Is it's an industrial vehicle, so it can blend in places where industrial vehicles fit. But I'm not looking for the most stealth vehicle, and I'm not looking for the fastest mover. I'm looking for a comfortable space that serves my needs. Um, I saw a question about ripping stuff out of the old van, and some buyers wanting a blank slate. Honestly, once it sells, it belongs to that person. If they want to rip everything out of it, they can. You know, some of that solar system I added to, some of it I got with the van. So I'm okay with it continuing to live with the van. And if somebody's like, I don't want all this stuff, they can resell it, they can rip it out, they can not use it as a camper. If somebody wants a Chevy Express 1500 and that's the only reason they answer the ad, that's okay. It's no longer my thing. It's part of the package that I'm selling. When we buy passenger vans to turn them into camper vans, we know very well we're going to rip out all those beautiful seats in there, and we don't honestly care what happens to them. Like it's just part of the package that we bought. um, Dylan was like, "Where will the gym go?" Well, the concept of the gym is just that I have enough floor space to do things. So the gym is going to be a bench. I actually already have a folding bench coming. Um, I actually have a bike trainer, which will turn my bike into an indoor bike. So I'll pull out the bike into the open floor space, and then I'd be able to use it as an indoor bike when I want to. The bench will give me something, a bench to work with my dumbbells. So it's not so much as there's a permanent space that there's a gym. There's enough floor space, especially with the platform bed, to use the available floor space as a home gym. And then things can go away. Sylvia, I don't think I thank you for this $10 super chat and this adorable sticker. Thank you. Um, Card gamer says composting toilets are messy, 5-gallon bucket and kitty litter, easy and no smell. That's all a composting toilet is, except you separate it. I'm not talking about trying to build what do you call it? I'm not trying to talk about trying to build a nature's head. A composting toilet is basically an area for number two that's a human litter box, and then diverting the urine away to revert the smell. Uh, are you going to have a Murphy bed? Said MP tomorrow. No, I'm going to have a platform bed over the doorway between the cab and the box. Um, AJ is road tripping. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Lots of love for Mickey in the chat. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's almost 7 o'clock. uh, Vanlife shorts. I don't think I thanked you for your super chat. I just saw it. Jason says, "What's the logistics of owning multiple vehicles while mobile living, especially in your area? It sucks. That's why I'm trying to make it not be the case anymore." It sucks. The logistics sucks. I don't want to own two. I want to get rid of that van, but I can't afford to throw it away. Like I need the money to repay. The logistics is it sucks. I hate having two vehicles right now. It so sucks. Paul Berger, hi. He says, welcome to the box truck family. We're cousins now. Yes. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, step vans are actually in the box truck category. For people asking for the link to my van, I kind of got dragged through the mud the last time I posted a link to my van sale. I am not going through that again. If you want to contact me via my email address, which is in the description of the video, I don't mind sharing that with you, but I am not going to post it on YouTube anymore. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be posted in the comment section. It's not going to be posted in the live stream. If you want to email me quietly about it, we can discuss it in that space. Marlene asked if I'd introduced Mickey to the new digs. I have, because we're living in here. We're living in it just like this until I have money to make it otherwise. Danielle, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Jesse, thank you for the $50 super chat. I guess I have to set up this Home Depot wish list. Colorful Krista asked about insulation. When I have the money, that's one of the things at the top of the list: insulation and roof vents. Gwen, thank you for the $14.99. Hugs to sweet Mickey. He's freaking out a little bit right now because of the rain. I don't think he likes it. uh, for people who think I'm going to fall out of a platform bed, it's just like being on a high bunk bed. I don't see why this freaks people out so much. And yes, there will be a ladder. I mean, if I'm really afraid, I can build a guardrail. We're none of you kids who love the top bunk. Jesus. People don't really don't like. I don't like Murphy beds because they take up too much room. Because, like, yeah, you have to have enough room for them to fold out, and I don't want to give up that space. Um, for people who maybe came in late, yes, I am living in it exactly as is at the moment. I'm living out of storage bins. I'm going to live out of storage bins so that they're easy to remove as I get money to do the renovation. So, like, everything will be in storage bins. I have a camp stove. I have a fridge that's running off the Jackery. I have a solar panel that's running through here, and it has an end on it that I can plug into the Jackery. So the Jackery power in here. The solar in the Chevy Express is being sold with the Chevy Express. I'm not pulling it out. I have one 100-watt panel right now. And again, one of my high priority items is to get a couple more solar panels on the roof, just because I am worried about enough power coming in, but the Jackery can keep running the fridge. So high priorities, a couple more panels, roof vents, and insulation walls. But I kind of want windows, and the windows I feel like should go in before I start insulating, because otherwise I'll have to cut through all of it to install the window. Misty's, I have added you as a moderator. So the answer is yes, because I need help. Gwen had a loft bed. Gwen says it's a loft bed. I had one for years. That's exactly what I want. Francine, thank you for the congrats. Thank you so much. If you keep Becky says, if you keep the roll up door, will you be able to insulate your ceiling? Yes. There's a couple people who've done it, because this is the ceiling, this is the roll up door. So and there's like rails, so there's places you could put insulation in there. It might not necessarily be the same stuff that's on the walls. No, Stone 86, I'm not sleeping in my high bunk. I'm sleeping on the floor. Nothing is built in here. I'm literally living in it as a metal box with my stuff in storage bins. I unroll my sleeping bag at night, go to bed, and then I roll it back up in the morning and live my day. The higher you go with the bed, the heat rises. Sorry, Vicky, I'm reading this all wrong. The higher you go with the bed, the hotter you will be. Heat rises. I'm cold right now, so that's not exactly unappealing. I also plan to have a fan over there. Um, Milk and Tea Schoolie asks where I got my box truck. I said earlier this was a Sears truck, and then it belonged to an appliance place, and that's who I got it. Stone 86 says, shoot, I would be enjoying that bunk bed now. Well, I can't build the bed until I insulate and do the walls. I can't really do any building. And I need to sell the van first. I need to have money for wood, which I don't have. So the bed, building the actual bed is way down the list. There's so many things that need to happen before I can even think about building a bed. Like I need tires. I need to insulate. I need to put in roof vents. I need to get some extra solar. Like all of those things are way ahead of the bed. I can sleep on the floor till then. All right, it is 7 o'clock. And I actually have to move the box truck from where I'm parked, just because I don't want to be hanging around this particular spot when the store closes, because I don't trust this parking lot. So I want to move it somewhere where I'm okay with it being overnight. And like I said, with the two vehicles, I have to play ring around the vehicles, which means I can only move as far as I can walk back to the other vehicle and move that one too. And I cannot wait till I don't have to do the two vehicle shuffle because it sucks. All right. Night night, guys. Thank you for coming. I know there was a competition apparently between me, Chrome, and Jelena, and we have overlapping audience. Hope I didn't miss any super chats. If I missed anybody, please forgive me.